and it's really putting their masculines on like high alert. The feminines are very inspiring right now, and the mirroring that's going back to the divine masculine is that he is feeling like this need to take care of things, whether it's his Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive 717. I am back with another video. I hope you guys are doing incredibly well. So I wanted to come on and share a reading and an update for the Twin Flame Collective, because I feel like there's a whole bunch of stuff going on energetically for the divine feminines, and it's really putting their masculines on like high alert. The feminines are very inspiring right now, and the mirroring that's going back to the divine masculine is that he is feeling like this need to take care of things, whether it's his community, his health, his surroundings, his environment. Some of them are even, again, being called to things like environmentalism and connecting more with Mother Earth, and like their level of compassion as well is increasing. I feel like a lot of that love, that genuine unconditional love that the masculines have for the feminines, comes from knowing that she inspires their need and shift to go down this path of really connecting to the feminine energy in a way that maybe sometimes may not be displayed as like their romantic attraction or in a romantic sense, but now it's just getting even deeper, to the point where it's like connecting to his feminine means like taking care of the earth in some way, whether it's the people of the earth, animals, the environment, and that's just, yeah, the inspiration that I'm getting. And I feel like this is why many of the divine feminines are on fire right now with a lot of their creativity. It's because you feel like a leader in some way, but in your feminine role. And I feel like together, the balance, like with the masculines wanting to nurture and take care of things, but from like a very protective and action-oriented standpoint, and then the divine feminine comes in with this nurturing energy as well, where she's adding a very gentle yet fiery touch to everything that she's doing. And so yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update. I mean, I'm sure you can feel me all jittery and out of my seats with this energy, but yeah, I just think it's so beautiful, and it's such a shift for the feminines, especially with everything that we have gone through within the last few years, since meeting our twin. And I'm speaking for those of you who might have known your twin for quite some time, but maybe the year like 2016, actually even 2015, I want to say 2015 to like 2018 were major years of like feeling this connection a lot, but having zero validation other than your own intuition to go off of. And then really, you know, getting into this journey and connecting with your masculine and experiencing ghosting for the first time and the push and pull cycles. It was still painful, even though we had the heads up, because we spent so much time learning and listening to readings and connecting with others on the journey. It still hurt like hell. So you know, we had to really go through the motions to experience this transformation that's happening right now. And I just wanted to share it with you guys. And I hope that if you're in that energy of the embodiment of the feminine, or if you resonate with that energy at the core, just enjoy yourself and, you know, continue to get inspired, connect with the world more, because I've been feeling that many of you, if you're on this ride with me as well, is that you are getting back out there. You are feeling feminine energy when it comes to being creative yourself, feeling attractive again. And the reason I say again is because when you go through like the dark night, it's like the last thing you think about is like dressing yourself up or putting on makeup or doing your hair or whatever. Like you're so focused on trying to figure out what the F is going on with you, body, mind, and soul, that it's like, you know, you kind of go out of the body for a moment here. And that's why when the renewal happens or you feel yourself shifting out of that energy, you might hear me come out with a lot of readings where I talk about self-care, because it's really, you know, the healing touch to coming out of the dark night of the soul, or even experiencing tower moments. So yeah, just speaking of, you know, self-care, I just wanted to really share a few things with you guys, share a few other women as well that I've been actually really inspired by lately. And I tried to share one of my Instagram ladies that I absolutely admire, and my text didn't go through on that post, and I don't know why or what the heck happened there. Normally my community posts go through smoothly, but it was just the photo, and there was no text where I included, you know, the link to her Instagram page and things like that. So I'll include all of the links in the description box for you guys to visit them. But yeah, I was just, you know, really feeling inspired by the feminine's ability to wake up from everything that's been going on. You know, she's still very loyal to her spiritual side, but now I feel her getting back into the material world and really mastering a lot of that, whereas before she had felt the energy of like lack. Just everything, resources, body image, confidence, all of these things. But I feel like the universe was helping her to put a magnifying glass under those issues, because it was a part of the self-love process. In order to love ourselves, and many of you want those things as well, where, you know, when you think about loving yourself, you think about the things that you like and what makes you happy. We often fantasize about, you know, our ideal life. And I think that for many of you, like fashion and wearing makeup and dolling yourselves up, it's been a huge trigger. And the reason I feel that is because many of you have grown up in a very divine masculine atmosphere, environment around you. So even though at the core you were feeling your feminine energy, you had to embody a lot more of the masculine energy growing up. And you never really put time or emphasis into looking good, smelling good, feeling good, adorning your body with accessories, you know, actually carrying around a hand purse, for example. I am totally bad at hand purses and bags and stuff because I had embodied so much of my masculine energy in the past, because of those very factors. But now it's like I feel so much shifting within me, and I am enjoying being feminine more than I ever have before. And you know, that's what made me share that post last night. And some of you were a little confused. You're like, what's with the picture? But yeah, I will share again the details. The She Confidential. Another one is Mel Wang, and Sorella Moore. I've shared her channel before, but I'll do it again because I actually found out she has a sister. So her Instagram name is Steph is Wild. And she totally takes the whole feminine energy to a whole new level. Very empress energy, very free. She does a lot of videos where she's just out enjoying nature to the fullest. And yeah, it's just a variety of different styles of feminine energy that I really, really admire right now, and I appreciate so much. They've taught me so much, especially with enjoying and expressing my own levels of femininity through like my creativity, or just getting back into like doing my hair. Oh my god, guys, pulling out my curling iron, my straightener, these things I really let go for the last little while. Many of you out there as well who resonate with having children or small children, you will see that you've actually had to put a lot of that stuff on the back burner as well, and it's natural and it's normal. But for many of you, there is a deep desire to experience and express your femininity in a way that is very like sexy and alluring, but it's like walking into new territory, or walking into, you know, maybe forgotten territory for some of you. So I have my goddess deck out because I wanted to just do a reading here around like the love and romance aspect of it all, because as you guys know, that's my thing here on this channel. I really love the romantic aspects of this journey, the sexual chemistry, like what sexual energy does to a person is so incredibly important for us to explore on this journey. So I have my goddess deck here because I'm going to use that for how the divine masculine sees the feminine, and I'm going to use the tarot of sexual magic just for masculine messages to maybe just pick up any insights on what he might be going through, how he is perceiving this twin flame connection, because, you know, as you guys know, on this journey, you're always thinking about your twin flame. They're always there to help keep you aligned, is what I'm getting, you know, keeping you aligned to the path, and that is through the attraction. So how is he seeing you right now? Yeah, divine passion, of course. So Goddess Peely comes out here because I feel like the divine feminine is literally exploding. Like I can see a volcano erupting. But a lot of this eruption comes from like the freedom that she feels through expressing her femininity more. In fact, this card actually looks like Steph is Wild on Instagram. Sorella Moore's sister. So it says, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? So yeah, certainly many of you are waking up to that realization that, you know, your heart's true desires is to really sink into your feminine energy and enjoy it as much as possible. You know, another message here that's coming up for me for the feminines is your masculine is loving seeing your pictures lately. Many of you are taking selfies again. And speaking of selfies, if you guys visit Sorelle Amour's channel here on YouTube, she actually has a playlist where she teaches you how to use your smartphone in really creative ways and take pictures of yourself. And I feel like this is an important part of expressing our femininity, because taking a photo of yourself and then learning to love that photo is such a beautiful tool in expressing our love for ourselves. Hi, darling. And speaking of love for ourselves, look who's here, huh? Hi. Yeah, so, you know, I really, I'm feeling a lot of sparks here for the divine feminine going off. And it's not only the romantic connection between her and her masculine, but it's like he sees that he's definitely inspiring her in a lot of ways, you know, whether his intuition has been confirmed or not. Just he has to more go with trusting that. But you know, she's also inspiring him in a lot of ways too, you know. And again, I really do feel like that is through him just taking care of things in the outside world. Yeah, we have the 10 of Cups here. I feel like he feels a lot of completion. Many of you are ending cycles as well, where I was talking about the divine masculines coming back and wanting to, like, you know, meet up. I feel like it's like you guys are experiencing this level of acceptance now within each other, this comfortability with each other. You know, he can go off and do his thing in the outside world, and, you know, the feminine will be there, like taking care of herself, nurturing herself. The reason I feel like she's putting her hand out to give is because that's just the energy that she's always in, which again makes him feel comfortable enough to go out there and put his emotions on the line and really feel into what it's like to tap into that feminine energy of his own. I feel like many of the masculines are hearing these terms like twin flames and divine feminine and divine masculine, and they are certainly getting curious about it. And you know what, for them, it's like they're understanding it, even though they might have been very unsure, uncertain about it, because it was very triggering to read about these types of things, or enter in this whole new world about the whole twin flame concept. But for them, they're redefining it. You know, they're like, okay, I may not like the word twin flame or even divine masculine and feminine, but I certainly see that there is a level of depth to what's happening here between us. And, you know, he's more just like putting on this energy of like, and I just want to thank you for waking me up to these things kind of thing, you know? So yeah, he's just really feeling this appreciation for you, divine feminines. And I feel like the more you guys sink into your own creativity and getting inspired to do things with your feminine energy that you've always wanted to do but maybe shied away from, you know, really now is the time. You know, he sees you. He sees you in this light, in this beautiful light. And a lot of that light is like that passion. It's like, again, tenderness mixed in with like this fiery energy. So yeah, let's get some more messages. Come here. Hang on, guys. She wants to come up, and I'm sitting on the chair so she can't find a way. Hi, come here. You want to come up? Come here. Okay, you can come onto the chair. Here, I'll move. Come. What are those meows about? Come on. You coming? Okay, not easy. Okay, come. There you go. Okay, sorry there, guys. I just had to let her up. As you guys know how the vibe is with little Mega here. All right, so I'm going to get another message, from the masculines, or sorry, from the masculines. Let me not backtrack on what I'm saying, because maybe it's meant to come out here. But let's just get a message on, again, how he's seeing you, what he's really inspired by, what you have maybe taught him in some sense. Okay, there we go. Oh, I see Artemis. A lot of you might resonate with Artemis as a feminine energy in your life here. But it's just wanting you guys to know you're safe. And I feel like because a lot of this message, has to do with you guys stepping into your femininity, and it might be like really triggering to take care of yourself and wear makeup, do your hair, because you might have had experiences where, you didn't always feel attractive, or it wasn't something that was a big part of your childhood growing up. Maybe a lot of you didn't have that energy around you to show you how to do those things, or show you how to embody that energy. So oftentimes it can be painful to kind of, again, express ourselves, take photos. I know some of us might hate looking at photos of ourselves. Maybe in the past, some of us might have been told things like, you're not attractive, or you're overweight, or like whatever the case is. And now trying to feel this energy of being sexy and expressing our femininity and things like that can often take us back to those places. But Artemis is here to let you know that you're safe. She's right there ready to shoot an arrow at whatever thought comes into your mind to protect you. I feel like you're the timid deer here in the background, because it's like, look at that big fire going there as well. It reminds me of the Pili energy. It's like she knows that you're about to, lead yourself down this path of the truest expression of who you are. And it's going to trigger you. It's going to trigger people around you. It's going to make you feel like you don't know what you're doing. But you're safe. You're safe. And along with Artemis comes Goddess Kali. And I love Mother Kali's energy because some of you might notice sometimes, well, I don't have her here right now. She's downstairs. But, I usually have a Durga Murti with me. But the other day we had puja at my mom's house. And it's like a Hindu ceremony where we will pray to the Hindu gods and goddesses. And so Mother Durga was part of the puja, and so I remember the pundit telling us a story about Mother Durga and how she was actually created through Lord Shiva's third eye. And so when she came out of his eye and she was sent to defeat, this demon, and he was blessed with a boon on earth that if any of his blood were to drop on the ground, or if it were to draw, then there would just be more of him and his army created. And so they sent Mother Durga, but she ended up using all of her weapons on her arms to try to defeat him and even the tiger. But soon she could see that more and more was being created, and so because she couldn't stop what was happening, oh my god, oh sorry guys, I just saw a bird, a grackle, take a baby bird from a nest and fly away with it, and which they're known to do. Oh my goodness. Oh, but yeah, I guess it's appropriate for endings and beginnings, right? Okay, and by the way, the message on this card says the old must be released so that the new can enter. So anyways, back to the story here with Mother Durga. So, she was sent as Mother Durga again to defeat this great demon, and she couldn't defeat him because then she realized that, the more she, drew blood, more of his army would come. And so this enraged her so much to the point where she ended up turning blue, like Mother Kali. And the part of her that talks about endings, it's destruction, meaning endings sometimes need to be created by us. You know, we have to be the energy behind creating endings sometimes, and not always waiting for it to happen or stand around and keep repeating old cycles or, you know, painful things in our lives. Sometimes we have to be the initiator of creating those very endings so that new beginnings can occur for ourselves. And I feel like it comes back to the message with Artemis here, saying that, you know, a lot of the old memories that you guys might have that triggers you or makes you experience wounding, especially at the hands of other people, it's time to let that go. Because if anyone in your life has ever made you feel unworthy, that is their energy to deal with. That is their baggage to carry. Because how you feel about yourself is an energy in itself, no matter what anyone has to say, right? Because when people project at you, it's your job to give their baggage right back to them and say, no, you carry that. You know, if I trigger you or if I make you feel ill in some way, or if what I do offends you, even though I may not be doing anything wrong, you know, in my eyes, that's your energy to deal with. It's up for you to heal that, because it doesn't affect me in any way. You know, that's your reality that you're living in. I'm living in my own reality. And that takes me back to like being able to shift into different dimensions as we grow, but I'll save that for another video. Because, you know, when Mother Kali started defeating all of these demons in his army, that's why you guys will often see photos of her where she's wearing a mala, or a necklace of skulls or heads around her her body. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a picture of Mother Kali, but it's like the true traditional Hindu projection of her image is, yeah, she'll always be wearing like a necklace with skulls on it or heads. And basically what happened is, you know, she became so enraged with the army multiplying every time blood was drawn that she started taking the heads off of these demons. And as soon as they dropped off, she wouldn't let a drop of blood waste. She would suck the blood out. And that's why you guys can often see blood around her mouth as well. And yeah, she basically defeated the army in this way. But in her enragement, it was almost like a volcano erupting, and just damage ended up ensuing. And everyone started to get worried about the world, because she was just going on this killing rampage, just collecting skull after skull. And the only one who would be able to stop her was her twin flame, her husband, her other half. And so what Lord Shiva did was he came down from the heavens and he laid flat on the ground, and he pretended to be dead. And so when she was about to stomp on him, she realized what she was about to do, and so she stopped. And so, you know, things returned back to a state of calm. And so I just, you know, I don't know how that story is going to resonate for you guys, but I really had to tell you as the Kali card came out, because I know it's not by accident, because I literally just had puja at my mom's house where the pundit was talking about this card. So it's interesting that it all circles back to coming out here. You know, there's, you know, Kali tells me that, you know, the feminine energy can be fierce and be beautiful and you know, be a lot of these things. But after all is said and done, you know, she's able to return back to this state of calm, this place of calm and knowing. And, you know, I feel that for many of you, it's time to end old cycles with the 10 coming up here. And, you know, just going back to this card, really start experiencing your twin flame journey from a place of acceptance and love. And yes, it is romantic, and yes, it is, you know, sexual, of course, you know, but it's also a really great opportunity to experience the rest of your lifetime, just being a creative force in the world, where you're seeing life differently now because of this twin flame love. You know, many of the divine feminines are balancing, you know, whether it's the masculine side of you or the feminine side of you, you know, you're experiencing this balance. And I feel like more than ever, the divine masculines are attracted to you because they can also feel this shift. And everything circles right back around to, ever since the divine feminine came into my life, ever since she came into my life, this stuff has been happening, you know. And yes, they've experienced a lot of tower moments and, you know, dark night of the soul, where they totally might have been repelled by the feminine, the blocking, the ghosting, wanting you to get away from them as far as possible. But that wasn't because they didn't intensely love you. It was because they wanted to stop the feelings of like ascension from happening. You know, you run from it because you experience all kinds of things. Again, shifting into different dimensions, no longer in the 3D. That's why many of us hermit when we go on the twin flame journey for quite some time, because when tower moments start to hit us and our spiritual senses start awakening, the only thing you want to do is isolate and be in solitude. So yeah, otherwise, if you guys don't end up doing that, you experience so much anxiety in the outside world. It's like you can't handle being in crowds. Just the thought of like being social or going out somewhere gives you like, you know, the feeling of wanting to puke. And I feel like it's because a lot of you had to go into solitude to really deal with this energy that was happening to you, to realize like a lot of you are healers, a lot of you are empaths, a lot of you are twin flames on this journey who, you know, you're meant to explore all of these spiritual gifts because this love is transforming you. Like, you guys can't deny what has been seen, what's been felt. There's no going back. And at one point, yeah, you totally felt outside of this world. You didn't fit in. But now that you guys are back and entering into the world, you're seeing the true feminine energy come out, and it's so attractive. It's like for the feminines particularly, it's like, you know, this emphasis to want to like support other women and to be a place of like peace and to encourage other people, to help other people in any way you can. And again, the universe is backing you guys up with the pentacles to do it. It just feels so good for many of you. So yeah, make sure you release old stuff that other people have projected onto you guys with this endings and beginnings card, because you know, Mother Kali and Artemis together with this whole energy of protection, you know, time to let go of any negative situations in the past, divine feminines, like old friendships that might have fallen through. The fact that you guys have never been able to connect with like having close friends, or it's because you weren't vibing with these people for a reason. Now you guys are realizing that it's like, wow, I'm waking up to my soul family and my soul tribe, and it so happens that they're all the way in another country and we connect through, you know, these social media platforms, and it is enough. It's so fulfilling, you know. So I feel like, yeah, that's why so many of those changes have happened with technology and things like that. It's because, yeah, we're all being meant to shift closer to each other, to love each other more. So yeah, it's really beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up with one more card, which is, yeah, just a loving message from the divine masculines to the feminines. Just what he's perceiving about this connection. Right away, see the 8 of Pentacles here coming up. So yeah, I'm just being drawn to the image in this card as well as just admiration. You know, some people might perceive this and feel like he's handing her the rose. I feel like he's tickling her leg with the rose as she enjoys her morning coffee. Because I feel like they're both sitting back now in this state of realizing that, wow, we can just sit back and enjoy this journey and just let it unfold organically and naturally. And in the meantime, wake up to the realization that you both are on your own individual paths, your own spiritual awakening, dealing with stuff that's happened before you even met each other. Okay, so clearing that stuff up so that you guys can experience the love between each other in more fulfilling ways. You know, because the thing is, guys, like a lot of the times people are really unbalanced in relationships, especially love relationships, romantic relationships. The reason why some of us may struggle so hard to connect is because we haven't dealt with childhood stuff that's come up. You know, we didn't really always have a good connection with our mom or with our dad, or maybe our dad wasn't around. Maybe you don't know what it's like to have meaningful friendships. Maybe every time you've been in circle of friends, it's always like gossip, or you've been betrayed or backstabbed, or you just always down and out when it comes to relationships. And then boom, you meet your twin flame and it's like, you don't know how to act. You don't know how to respond to someone being genuine. You know, you do all these tests to see if it's real, if it's true. Yeah, that's just how the journey goes. The 8 here talks about advancement, you know, like taking off. Before the 8 comes the 7, and the 7 is often about having confidence, being very well seasoned. Speaking of well seasoned, I feel like this card is like a beautiful depiction of both of them in the physical world when it comes to providing not only for themselves through self-care, but now being able to use the energy that self-care provides and feel so energized that all you want to do is be of service to other people. And again, they're thanking this romantic love. I feel like she's drinking the coffee because she is sitting back and relaxing and, you know, enjoying her masculine coming forward in whatever ways that is happening, you know? Sorry guys, that's my windows are open in my bedroom back there, and so sorry if that music is distracting, or, you know, maybe it's bumping for a reason, because a lot of the divine feminines are, again, picking up on this beautiful energy of just self-love, relaxation, enjoying that, you know, being in the feminine energy really does mean sitting back and letting your heart and creativity take care of everything for you, you know. And it's really inspiring you both to just take a time out and enjoy this for what it is. That's why a lot of you are feeling your masculines making their way back to you with communication, or even if they are not at this point, they're using their solitude for their highest good right now. And it's a mirrored effect right back to the divine feminines, to self-care and to feel sexy again, and to really embody the truest expression of your femininity possible, because you both are really setting each other on fire right now. Enjoy the energy, guys. I love you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon, okay? Bye.